Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jak 2 Renegade on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am One Wild Sheep yet again.
Hello, cherries. Ready to hunt a few metalheads? Follow me, stick close, and watch my sis. It's gonna be fun. Here we go.
So for this part by here, folks, we are actually returned back. We are returned back. Not we have returned back, we are returned back. We have returned back to the pumping station, the place we went to in the last mission, to protect good old Sig here and be a bona fide wastelander. Because what our job duty is to do is, well, we need to protect him, folks. This is a protection mission. We need to go around, make sure he doesn't die so much, and kill everything in our path. And now, when you ever get certain sections like this, he's gonna start charging off a giant laser beam, so just stand behind him while he lets it off. So, you know. But this entire sequence is literally just us protecting Sig, making sure that people don't kill him. Well, by not people exactly. These metalheads don't kill him. And this is probably one of the first areas in the game where you may die. I know I did back in the day. I used to have so much trouble getting through this. But the benefit of doing this is that we get a lot, and I mean an absolute lot, of metalhead skull gems, which we can use in order to upgrade our Dark Jak capabilities, which we can actually transform into right now if we really wanted to. And we also introduced a couple of new enemy types. Now these main targets we're trying to kill are those Spider Walker mechs that have sort of like Mega Man arm buster cannons. Those are what we're really targeting. Now whenever we come across one of them, Sig's gonna charge up and shoot it down. But yeah, they seem like a big threat considering we need Sig to take them down, but they're not really that big a threat, and we'll start fighting them ourselves a bit later down the line.
Let's get to the next target.
But yeah, for the most part, is just kill everything on screen before they kill you. Now these big enemies back here with the staffs, oh my god, they are like the most annoying enemy type in this entire game. Because if you get too close to them, they're gonna shoot their zappy laser, and the zappy laser is gonna wreck you. It's gonna destroy your health. Like, my health is literally on my last legs now. There's nothing much I can do because these zappy guys, you get in too close and there we go. And we currently only have a short-range shotgun weapon, which means we haven't got the best capabilities to shoot them from long range. Although this shotgun weapon does have a longer range than a normal punch, so just make sure you have the gun at all times. Now, like I said in one of the previous parts, gunplay is a major thing in Jak 2. It's really what separates the gameplay from the original Jak and Daxter. Because the original Jak and Daxter, most of the fighting was handled by using a Crash Bandicoot spin or just a straightforward punch. In this one, you're gonna need to use the guns every chance you get, because obviously the kicking and punching is still viable options. But when your gun gives you extra reach, and that is the life or death in this game. I mean, even the shotgun is the shortest range weapon of the game. It still has a bigger reach than you punch or kick. So, you know, yeah, the game is a bit more action-packed and fighting-heavy, if you will. And there's a couple of missions throughout the game that are like these sort of, I forget what they're called. I forget the name of this mission type. You know, loads of RPGs have this mission type, and loads of games have them. Escort missions, that's the one. Look, this game has a lot of escort missions, kinda like this, and honestly, I find this one to probably be the hardest one in terms of protecting the character, because enemies come at you from behind you, in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you, you know, and you find yourself getting swarmed by enemies all the time. And it doesn't really help that the enemy AI is ruthless. If an enemy sees you, it's going to attack you. It's going to try its damnedest to get your health down, and it's gonna hurt. So yeah. Of course, if Sig gets attacked by the enemies, he will occasionally try and shoot them to get him off his back, so there's that. But if he does get attacked, it will stop his charge-up sequence, so we will need to wait for him to recharge his laser cannon, his glorious peacemaker, once again. Peace out, metalhead scum. Get it? Peace out, because the gun's a peacemaker. I'm so sorry. But around this point in the game, well, in the game, in this mission, his gun's also going to start jamming, which I hate because it really drives me mad when this happens, because you're going to get swarmed by loads of these ultra powerful enemy types, and this is usually around the point where I just start pulling out Dark Jack, because Dark Jack has a good reach with his attacks in comparison to... Actually, even the shotgun, his normal attacks have a bigger reach than his shotgun does, so Dark Jack's really useful to have. But obviously, he doesn't last forever, unfortunately, but so... try and make use of him while you can. Anyway, this here, folks, is the final target, so just as always, just pull out your gun and shoot out and warn off any enemies that come near. Now, if you... needless to say, if you hit someone closer with the scatter gun, basically they'll take more damage. It still works in realistic shotgun logic. You shoot someone with a shotgun at close range, they're practically dead.
Boom! Home team 5, metalheads nothing. That was the last one. Tell crew we got them all cooked and canned. I'm gonna clean Peacemaker and pick up the trophies. You did good, rookie.
Of course I did good. I am Jack and Orange Lightning. Well, I say Orange Lightning, but we actually... the Orange Lightning thing isn't something that gets turned into... doesn't become a thing until Jack 3, so I'm talking to... people probably won't understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm kind of annoyed at how late that trophy came up on my screen, by the way, because I was kind of hoping that when he said, I'm going to bag up these trophies, I was kind of hoping the trophy will pop up on the screen at the same time for the PS3. It's like, yeah, I got my trophy on the PlayStation 2, Sig. You might have your physical trophies, but I've got the digital ones! Ooh. But anyway, now that we've got more than 25 skull gems, we can actually go to the Oracle thing, imager thingy. The Dark Jack power-up station, I'm just going to call him that. Which, if you haven't noticed by now, it's basically the giant precursor heads from the original Jack Nax that made you pay ridiculous amounts of money to get a hold of the power cells. Ugh.
You do well to rid the world of this metal scourge. As a reward, I grant you a dark power.
Yay, how electrifying! And now we got the Dark Bomb, and needless to say, it is da bomb. Basically what the Dark Bomb does, it acts as a screen nuke, so it'll get rid of all of your energy gauge, you know, your Dark Jack gauge, but it will kill every enemy that's nearby you, so it's very useful to have.
You boys are turning out to be quite useful, eh? I have another task for you. The sewers used to be a fabulous smuggling route for me before the Baron installed security devices.
And before those late-night snack runs kept you from fitting out the front door.
I bet you've hatched another brilliant plan in that hungry little brain of yours. So, who or what do we have to shake down, knock out, or blow up?
Well, I need someone to go down and shoot every sentry gun in the sewers. And I'll give you a sweet weapon upgrade if you succeed.
Let me guess. Dank murky water? Reeks worse than your breath at an oyster fest? Fuller of metalheads than your plate at a one-pass buffet? And of course, weapons more lethal than your ever-so-tiny whiteys on a hot summer day. Look, Donut Hole, why don't we float around here looking hot and heavy, and you go roto-root the pipes?
We're not doing anything until you tell us why metalheads are trading with the Baron's forces.
I should have had you both kneecapped, eh? All I know is that the Baron cut a desperate deal with a metalhead leader. Metalheads need eco, so the Baron supplies them with regular shipments. In return, the metalheads agree to attack the city just enough to satisfy the Baron's continued rule.
Yeah, but how long can that deal last?
Well, the Baron is running short on eco, eh? And the metalheads are short on patience. Baron Praxis needs this wall to keep in power. Otherwise, the city would put the true ruler on the throne, wherever that little brat is.
Daxter and I will clear your sewers. And we haven't forgotten about that weapons upgrade you promised in return.
Bloodsuckers.
Yes. So yeah, this folks, now it's time to go to the sewer level. Yay! And I don't mind it. Now, sewer levels in games usually tend to be pretty boring. You know, the colors are always drab, and even in this sewer level coming up, the colors are still pretty drab and bland. But a lot of sewer levels in gaming tend to be really boring. Now, Naughty Dog, for some reason, seem to be like one of the only companies that break this tradition of bad sewer levels, and they're usually pretty damn fun. And I enjoy the sewer level quite a bit because it goes around. You have to dodge turrets, you have to destroy turrets, and as time goes on, the sewer will open up, and there'll be more and more areas you can actually explore down there. Like I said, there's a lot of changes that happen to the world depending on how far you are in the game, and I really do like that. It's a bit of world building for you. So anyway, straight back to the sewers. Not back to the sewers, we haven't been there before. The sewers are basically in this industrial district of the city, and as you can probably guess, all the city is basically split up into multiple parts. You've got the industrial district, you've got the slums, you've got the water slums, you got the agricultural farm area type thing, and you've got Savannah Citadel from Sonic Unleashed. I forgot what country that's based off, so I'm sorry if any of you live in that country and you're offended, but yeah, I have no idea what country that's based off. Anyway, that looks ominous, doesn't it? A very pitch black room. Don't worry, it's a switch, so push the switch, past me. What are you doing? There's a switch. Why? Okay, fine. But basically, you could jump on a switch there, and it would have lit up the entire area. Don't know why I didn't. But yeah, this is the turret. Basically, the turret will continue to shoot in a every so often. It shoots in a regular interval. Every time it shoots, just sort of jump out the way and move left and right, and sort of zigzag your way towards it. And hello, isn't he a cute little metalhead? Well, he's dead now. Honestly, that gave me a heart attack first time playing the game. I genuinely remember my first playthrough of this game, despite the fact it was years ago when the game first released, and that freaked me out. I was paranoid the entire time going through this level because of that, because I was like, oh god, they're gonna jump out at any minute! Of course, whenever enemies are in dark rooms waiting to ambush you, chances are you'll know they're there anyway, because metalheads have a big glowing skull gem thing. You can see metalheads from half a mile away, regardless of the lights being on or off, so all sense of surprise and terror sort of just goes away. Unless you're like me when I was a younger lad playing this, but that's beside the point. I'm a pussy when it comes to games, folks. I don't like things that scare me. Horror games terrify me for one thing. Like, seriously, I'm awful with horror games. I'm fine with films, but horror games, oh god, no. I think it's because of the interactive aspect of it. I've never been good with horror games. Like, give me PT, I'll cry. I will cry trying to play PT, which, if you guys haven't known, it's basically the new Silent Hill tech demo. It's on the PS4. But yeah, I can't play it. I just can't. Silent Hill? Well, okay, I can play that. The game's aged, and honestly, the old horror games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill never freaked me out. Especially Resident Evil. That just gave me chuckles because of how the original Resident Evil worked. Well, not worked. The voice acting of the original Resident Evil was, because it was just awful. Anyway, that was a dark bomb in action. It just destroys. It absolutely demolishes enemies. I love it. It's one of my favorite things about this game. We also get another screen nuke as Dark Jack later in the game, which I don't use as much because it just doesn't have the same oomph, doesn't have the same impact. I think it has slightly more range, but I prefer using the Dark Bomb. To be honest, that's the only Dark Jack power-up I recommend you needing to get, but as time goes on, you'll be able to upgrade things like his defense, so you'll take even less damage. You get the ability to turn into a giant, which I don't show off during this playthrough, because you need a ridiculous amount of skull gems to get that. And during a normal playthrough, I don't think you can actually get that many without going back to areas and grinding and looking for enemies specifically to kill them. But, oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped. I'm doing commentary on a pre-recorded video and that made me jump. Oh my god. Like I told you, I'm awful when it comes to things that just terrify. Anyway, I think we pretty much passed the hardest one of these turrets to destroy earlier on, which was the one with the platforming section, so that's all of them done. We're done. Yay! It's a pretty easy first visit to the sewer level, but trust me, things are going to get tougher and tougher later on. And where all the dark, murky, smelly water is, well, we're going to be exploring under that in due time. How? Well, you'll see. You'll all see. And for God's sake, stop ambushing me! Oh, my poor young heart. I don't remember how old I was when I played this game. I don't remember the release date it came out. It was PS2 era anyway, so I know that much. But I digress. Let's go back to the city. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually the end of this part. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we'll be seeing Crew and getting our next glorious weapon upgrade. Ooh, fancy. So thanks for watching, people. I'll see you all next time. Bye!